pole star is Paramahansa Yogananda, our beloved Guru. Let's chant to him, Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai.
Let us prepare for meditation. Sit upright. Lift the gaze to the point between the eyebrows. And center yourself in the heart. Attend to the flow of the breath. Every breath you take brings you into greater alignment with the Guru, with the beloved. If you wish to add the mantra hum as you inhale, so as you exhale. Allowing the mantra to invite the mind into perfect stillness, perfect clarity, and perfect focus. We'll meditate for about 5 minutes.
Remaining in a meditative state, let's practice this week's affirmation for self-healing, which is work. Work should be done with a creative attitude, never for the sake of selfish gain, but for the chance it gives us to help create a better world. Those who work with the thought of pay live in the future. They lose the habit of living here and now, where alone true happiness can be found. Work should always be done as well as possible, not out of self-conceit, but in gratitude for the free gifts of life, of sunshine, of water, of air, and in gratitude simply for our God-given power to be useful to our fellow man. Let's first affirm in a wakeful voice, I will do my work thinking of thee, Lord.
I will do my work thinking of thee, Lord.
I offer to thee the very best that is in me.
I offer to thee the very best that is in me.
Now in a more conversational tone, I will do my work thinking of thee, Lord.
I will do my work thinking of thee, Lord.
I offer to thee the very best that is in me.
I offer to thee the very best that is in me.
Now a little more inward in a whisper, I will do my work thinking of thee, Lord.
I will do my work thinking of thee, Lord.
I offer to thee the very best that is in me.
I offer to thee the very best that is in me.
And now silently repeating after me, taking the affirmation deep into the subconscious. I will do my work thinking of thee, Lord. I offer to thee the very best that is in me. Now drawing the attention up to the point between the two eyebrows, we'll affirm in superconscious awareness, silently. I will do my work thinking of thee, Lord. I offer to thee the very best that is in me. I will do my work thinking of thee, Lord. I offer to thee the very best that is in me. And our prayer, beloved Lord, who so wonderfully created the high snowy mountains, the bounding rivers, the colorful, fragrant flowers, the vast, heaving oceans, and distant, glittering stars, manifest through me thy perfect joy.
This is a reading from Rays of the One Light, Weekly Commentaries on the Bible and the Bhagavad Gita by Swami Ananda. Week 6, the importance of self-receptivity, soul receptivity. Truth is one and eternal. Realize oneness with it and your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda. Chapter 1 of the Gospel of St. John states, but as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believed on his name. This was a passage Paramahansa Yogananda often quoted to his disciples. Be in tune, he would tell them. Delusion can't touch you if you will keep in tune. A few of you will fall, he said once, but it needn't be if you would stay in tune. Of a disciple who became highly advanced, even though she didn't meditate much, he said, she got there by attunement. To one who found meditation difficult, he said, I will meditate for you as long as you stay in tune. Truth is a state of consciousness, not a well-worded definition. It is in that consciousness, above all, that our lives are transformed. Therefore, the Bhagavad Gita says in the 10th chapter, to those who are ever attached to me and who worship me with love, I impart discernment, by means of which they attain me. Out of my love for them, I, the divine within them, set all light in them, the radiant lamp of wisdom, thereby dispelling the darkness of their ignorance. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind.
Now we'll continue with another beautiful reading, this time from Whispers from Eternity. This is, I pour out my love at thy feet of immortality. I pluck blossoms of light from dawn's heart as offerings to thee. I have lighted lamps of wakefulness in the temple of my morning silence. I beheld thy bliss face emerge from the dark shadows of my ignorance, where it had been hidden for long eons by my indifference. And seeing thy smiling joy, I know that my own happiness mirrored thy blessed image. My heart's tiny capacity for love mirrored thy infinite love. My little peace of mind mirrored thy awe-inspiring, majestic calmness. I will blame the fates no longer for any suffering that comes my way. Beloved Divine Mother, it was my self-made darkness that hid the glory of our mutual love. Now I see myself reflected in thy bliss, and I know that I too am perfect bliss. For my own mirror is clear now. I behold thy reflection in it. O thou ever sacred, omnipresent, perfect bliss. I pour libations of my love at thy feet of immortality. I pour out my heart to thee from the overflowing chalice of my soul. I wash with the precious musk of my reverence thy feet of ever-moving progress in everything. So our topic today is a very beautiful topic, the importance of soul receptivity. So I'm going to start with a little funny story. Master has a little booklet. There's a little booklet in those series of Yogananda series. And there's a funny story that I guess it was Master's at some point. So there was this priest who was a very dogmatic individual, but he was magnetic. So he drew about 200 followers to come and follow his teachings. So his dogma-filled students were there at the temple, and they were going to pray. So the teacher sits in the middle, and all the students surround him, and he says, "Sit upright." And all the 200 students, "Sit upright." So the teacher thought, this is strange. He just looked around, you know, what display of idiocy? You know, I just spoke, they shouldn't have. So the students, seeing the teacher look around, they started looking around too, at each other. And then the teacher started praying, "O infinite spirit," and all the students chimed in, "O infinite spirit. O infinite spirit, bless us with the knowledge to follow our master implicitly." And all the 200 students chimed in, same thing, "Bless us with the knowledge to follow our master implicitly." So then suddenly the priest got a little tickle in his throat and he started coughing. Hence the 200 students started coughing too. And the teacher was a little bit concerned, what's going on here? So that cough became a little louder and he started sneezing too. Hence the 200 dogma-filled students coughing and sneezing violently wouldn't let up. Now the teacher was really upset. So he was shaking with anger, and he stood up and he went to one of the students, and he forgot his status and his respect, and he slapped that student. Hence, the student slapped him back. And all the other students, seeing this, started slapping each other and then taking turns to come up and slap the teacher. So the teacher was furious. Now he was filled with wrath. He didn't know what to do, and his cheeks burning like fire. He started screaming, "Water, water!" And he ran to the nearest well and jumped in to cool himself off. What happened next? The 200 followers jumped into the well after the priest, and they all went to heaven together. So anyways, our topic here is the total opposite of following other people with blind belief. If we want to avoid not to steer clear of this type of situation, we need to tune into something much greater within. And in the excerpt from the Bible today, we hear, "But as many as received him, to them gave he the power to become the sons of God." And when we want to receive something, we have to open up to it. How do we engage in a living relationship with the divine? Truth is an experience. Truth is a state of consciousness. And cultivating this state of consciousness and this relationship with the divine is both a science and an art. Swami Kriyananda was once writing a correspondence course. And on this one particular occasion, it was late at night and he was tired. And there was one paragraph that didn't make any sense to him. It read beautifully, but it just didn't click with him. So he thought and thought about it, and he thought, this is enough. I'm going to just retire. And he went to bed and he tuned into Master, and he asked Master, "How do I write this? What could be done about this?" So many a time Swami had been at the brink of not knowing how to continue an idea or a paragraph or a chapter because he felt he was way out of his depth. But anyways, he still asked his teacher, "How do I do this?" And within minutes, he stood up, got up, went back to his desk, rewrote the chapter, added 5 pages to it, and expressed ideas he had never expressed before. That's the power of attunement. This is how Swami wrote 150 books. So in order to be in tune, we must practice the art of paying attention. We bring our attention to the present moment. We raise our gaze to the point between the eyebrows, and by being fully present, we become aware of a higher, more refined state of consciousness. This attunement requires remembering to pull ourselves away from the stream of thought. It requires a shift in consciousness. It requires inner silence and receptivity. We must find ways to get out of our head. When we're in our head, we're too serious, we're too dogmatic, we're too ego-conscious, we're too immersed in our story. And this is where our work lies. Interestingly enough, our affirmation today was work. We have to work to break that trap, that habitual trap of mental habits that keep us going on the same track, back and forth, back and forth. Wherever we apply our attention, this is what we are receiving into our consciousness. Your consciousness is receiving, absorbing, and taking on everything you are allowing into your consciousness. And over time, this is what you become. Through attunement, we begin to experience the divine presence within. It is here that we become not only aware, but also intimate with God and Guru, thereby creating a most powerful and life-transforming relationship. We take nourishment from those levels of reality to which we relate to. It is said that Krishna's soldiers all look like Krishna. Wherever you apply your attention, over time, you start absorbing those qualities and those attributes. In the New Path, Swami Kriyananda writes this passage, which I will read verbatim. Only by attunement to God's will can we fully express ourselves. Everything else is borrowed, and yet the divine has a unique song to sing through each of us. It isn't that we shouldn't try to be creative. Indeed, unless we exert ourselves to act, God cannot act through us. But we must learn to listen, to absorb, to accept. Herein lies the true and deepest secret to creativity. And I repeat, by attuning ourselves to God's will, we can fully express ourselves. Being able to express the immensity of our being. When Jesus asked his disciples, "Whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?" Many of his disciples said, "Oh, they say you're John the Baptist." Another one said, "Oh, they say you're Elias, you're Jeremiah, you're some other prophets." He rephrased the question and he says, "Whom do you say I am?" And it was only Peter who said, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Well, only Peter's consciousness was ever in tune with reality. When it comes to our spiritual life, all we have is what we notice, what we perceive. No matter how subtle, that is there for you. And attunement confers us the clarity to discern the real from the unreal, the eternal from the transient. And this is the state in which Paramahansa Yogananda lived moment to moment. Perfect attunement with the divine. He had an open, ongoing, and deep relationship with God. A relationship his brother Ananta could quite understand. So his older brother Ananta challenged young Mukunda to go to the city of Vrindavan penniless. He challenged him to rely solely on divine providence if he was so sure that divine providence was going to be there for him. So young Mukunda had to go to the city of Vrindavan with his friend Jitendra. They were supposed to have all their meals and be back home prior to midnight, by midnight. They were not supposed to beg for food or money, and they were not supposed to divulge their predicament to anybody. So of course, Mukunda picked up the challenge immediately. Done. Ananta provided the two youngsters with 2 one-way tickets to the city of Vrindavan. And the boys, I'm not going to go into the whole experience here, but you can read it in chapter 11 of the Autobiography of a Yogi. It's a beautiful chapter and shows how young Mukunda manifested what he needed at the time he needed. So anyways, back they go. They arrive home by midnight, meeting all their challenges victoriously, and leaving a bag of rupees on Ananta's desk. When we're in a state of receptivity, like Yogananda lived, we don't need to figure everything out. We need to be open to receive the guidance that is coming through moment to moment, and we will see our life unfolding in most beautiful and magical ways. Challenges included. Challenges there to make us fiercer, stronger, more loving, You name it, fill in the blank. Without a challenge, life is not victorious. And Yogananda said, an easy life is not a victorious life. In the excerpt from the Bhagavad Gita, we read, out of my love for them, I, the divine within them, set alight the radiant lamp of wisdom, thereby dispelling the darkness of their ignorance. When that inner light of wisdom burns brightly within, you know that you know. You have all the information with you, so you can use that as you proceed on your journey. And this is how we keep growing in understanding. When we are completely in tune with the divine, we are completely alive. And in that state, this is where we receive the power to become the sons of God. The power that we need to express ourselves in our totality. How much can we accomplish in this state? This is what we're tuning into. The power that resides deep inside within each one of us, but it's asleep, it's dormant, because we are lost in thought. We are lost in our issues, in our stories, in our dreams, in our imaginations. Right here, right now. All we need is to have a shift in our consciousness. When you're in attunement, you are awake to what is real. And Yogananda said, when you are in tune, delusion cannot touch you. So let us stay in tune and continue to receive that guidance that is constantly flowing if we care to pay attention. We will now have our offertory.
Please take what you would like to give, place it in your right hand, and repeat after me. Divine Mother,
Divine Mother,
we offer to thee the fruit of our labors.
we offer to thee the fruit of our labors.
Bless this offering,
Bless this offering,
that it serve as a channel of thy light
that it serve as a channel of thy light
to truth-seeking souls everywhere.
to truth-seeking souls everywhere.
Om, peace.
Peace.
Amen.
Amen.
I don't know. Ines, is Duty going to play a song or?
Is Duty there? No. So go ahead, Dave.
Let's chant ever new joy, 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 ever new joy.